Welcome back to the show, everybody. Check out these headlines. Ethereum name change. We'll talk about it. IRS, crypto, and NFTs. You're going to want to know about that. How about this? Russia Finance Ministry, Russia ditching the US dollar, and Russia new independent financial system. I'd say somebody's been working on this narrative for a while. Take a look at this here. New report shows banks and financial institutions actually believe in XRP. And number 5, Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse says he won't apologize for taking on the SEC. Somebody roll that beautiful intro.
Digital Perspectives with Brad Kimes. Come on in.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. You can follow me on Twitter at @BackupBradleyAbove, and everything that we're talking about here today. $1.734 trillion market cap. We're up 3.59%. It's January 26, 2022. Bitcoin's $38,200 plus. Ethereum is $2,600 plus right now. We see Cardano is coming up $1.11 right now, and Solana is $99.49. XRP 63 cents right now. Let's take a look at the range of price. 0.6068 on the bottom and 0.6436 on the top. The numbers are brought to you by Pure VPN, ladies and gentlemen. Leave no digital trace of your identity online. This is one of the many layers of protection I use when I'm online. And right now you can get 88% off 5-year deal, $1.33 a month. Can't beat it. Many specials and deals in the links in the description box below. Check them out. Look at the news here. Ethereum leaves Ethereum 2.0 in the past. A new roadmap to rebrand. Really? Just bear with me here. Ethereum 2.0 is one of the most anticipated upgrades in the crypto presently. And it says here, the upgrade, which will bring better scalability and cheaper prices to the network, is nothing short of needed, given that the demand has driven these two things to its brink on the network. This is why Ethereum developers have been hard at work for 2 years trying to usher in this new era. However, it seems that the name Ethereum 2.0 is no longer doing justice to the upgrades being performed on the network. In a recent announcement, Ethereum Foundation announced that it is retiring the name Ethereum 2.0 in favor of something that better describes the work being done on the network. Ethereum 2.0 is now Consensus Layer. In a blog post on its official website, the Ethereum Foundation announced its decision to change the name of the upcoming upgrade from Ethereum 2.0 to the Consensus Layer. What I find interesting about all of this is that if it's decentralized, how do you change the name? And if Ethereum is so good the way it is, what do we need 2.0 for, Brad? Now, that's not fair. You know that they were proof of work, which doesn't work, and they're going to proof of stake. So essentially, you're going from a solution that just doesn't work to another solution that works a little bit better than just doesn't work. Because at the end of the day, proof of stake is going to create scarcity, which ultimately is going to keep the prices high on the network. Just you watch. Kazakhstan has cut off the power supply for crypto miners amid blackouts and growing power crisis in Central Asian region that also includes Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan. We got a problem with the mining. Now listen, we just had a hearing here in the United States about this, and we know that Brian Brooks, CEO now of Bitfury, has a lot of really incredible ideas about how to use hydro, solar, and other renewable energies, for this problem solving. I am really excited to see what they can do, because if they can't come up with a solution, whether it be here in the United States or Kazakhstan, you got a problem. And you have a problem with Bitcoin at that point too, do you not? I think it's a pretty simple thing. So we're going to see if they're able to shift. Again, Chris Larson has encouraged Bitcoin developers and miners to switch to proof of stake, because proof of work is not sustainable over time. It just isn't. IRS investigators see crypto and NFTs as ripe for fraud, including money laundering, market manipulation, and tax evasion. And some other words that rhyme with gymnasium. No, I'm kidding. And even celebrities could get caught in the agency's probe. Listen, This is a moment here, and we know that we have Gary Gensler at the head of the SEC, who has obviously proven that he is an extremely passive-aggressive human being. He takes no lines in the sand for what is a security, what is it. He takes no line in the sand for anything other than everyone should come see him without getting any answers about what they actually are or are not. This is a moment. And I understand that they're talking about IRS investigators here, but I refer to you to Ron Hammond and what he said yesterday or the day before when we covered the updates in Congress about the fact that IRS has verbiage for crypto and stablecoins and NFTs, and we haven't seen it yet. You know, figuring out how to tax these assets is a massive move towards clarity, because you can't properly tax something unless you know exactly what it is and how it is defined. So this is getting very interesting as we move towards this. But as we do move towards this, I just wanted to point out this right here, because XRP Crypto Wolf reminds us that BitTrue users are holding over $130 million worth of XRP, and the data shows that 91% of the BitTrue users are long on XRP. Well, that's really interesting. God, look, I'm long on it too, and I know a lot of you hearing my voice are. But I'm long on it because ultimately I believe that XRP and the protocol XRP Ledger will help to service the financial institution, which does include a private ledger for central banks around the world. Here we see the Russian Finance Ministry saying that they need to regulate Bitcoin and crypto, not ban it. Well, there's a smart move, right? There's a smart move. You better embrace the technology, because if not, it will innovate around you. That is the truth. Unbelievably enough, Jay Clayton said that, right? So, you know, from the mouth of babes right there. Right here, we see even more information coming from Russia right now, openly considering accelerating its decision to ditch the US dollar in favor of its national currency when dealing with top trade partner China. Well, this is interesting to me because we know that there's a situation right now where the U.S. is concerned that Russia will, in fact, invade Ukraine. And this seems like a counterpoint tactic here from Russia, threatening to ditch its position as much as it possibly can without hurting itself in the U.S. dollar, to really not service the US dollar and give it strength, right? Well, this is more credence to that. We covered this in December of last year, just a month or so ago. It was December 21 on the 15th, so just a little more than 30 days ago. We see Russia and China and the Kremlin revealed that they have a new independent financial system between the two countries, which are also members of the BRICS coalition, which is the global coalition of Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. You know, they knew this moment was coming. And the reason this moment is coming with the new financial system they're working on here is because they are tired of having the sanctions imposed on them financially through SWIFT from the United States and different policies there. Meanwhile, we see that Ripple is now celebrating the Fed's recent release of report on a digital dollar, which didn't yield many things other than the proper questions to be asking and things of that nature. What I like about this post is Ripple says, "We're excited to hear that the concept of a digital dollar is being taken seriously, appreciate the Fed's openness to hearing from the public on this issue. We believe that the public-private collaboration is the best way to ensure fully informed outcomes." Isn't this what we've talked about? Didn't Bank of America, I just reported on it a day or two ago, talk about the fact that they saw a CBDC from the Fed by 2030? Wanted to give themselves some room on that one, right? They could easily do a public-private relationship with the USD coin, which is Circle, backed by Goldman Sachs, Jeremy Allaire. And there you have it. It's the public-private relationship. And you could keep the Fed out of your business and your private purchases. Makes sense to me. And it's already working, and you could easily announce that. And when they decide to, if they decide to, you have leapfrogged to the front of the line in the fourth industrial revolution. This is more evidence here. We've covered it here, but it's just a highlight with the theme of news that we see here, that the Biden administration is preparing to release the government-wide strategy to regulate cryptocurrencies as early as this month, which we are really going to be in the next 6 days. Interestingly enough, here we hear from Brad Garlinghouse and how he won't apologize for taking on the SEC. The SEC declared war on Ripple. We're defending ourselves. And that's exactly right. And I tell you what, this entire interview from Protocol is fantastic. Now, I'm not going to read the whole thing to you because it is quite lengthy and it has been edited. But what I want to do is just highlight, obviously, that yesterday it was announced that Ripple bought back the C shares to the tune of $200 billion. And it really suggests to me, in a layman, speculating here, that obviously Ripple must feel that they're on their way to some sort of settlement and or judgment. They are continuing to make moves that better the company and put it in a greater position to ultimately get past this case and then eventually go public in IPO. This is why I tell you about Link2, ladies and gentlemen. You can get the private equity there, okay? And it went out, and I think it ran out in about 30 minutes. You know, a little more than like $600,000, $700,000 worth ran out in about 30 minutes or so. So this is what we're looking at here. So look, take a look at this and what he says. There's the view, it being asked of him, there's the view that you have become much more combative, especially on Twitter. The SEC declared war on Ripple. Are we being combative? I don't know. We're trying to defend ourselves, Brad Garlinghouse says. If you read their initial lawsuit, there's all kinds of allegations that that aren't actually grounded in fact. They've certainly contorted the facts into telling a story which doesn't represent reality. I don't know if we're being combative. I think we're trying to get to the truth. We're trying to get this resolved as expediently as we can. The SEC is dragging its feet. We got sued. You'd think that if they sued us, they'd have all their ducks in a row, and they're the ones dragging their feet. Of course I'm going to be combative. There will likely be a speculation that this move of buying back your shares is a step toward an IPO. Can you comment on that? Brad Garlinghouse says, that is an astute observation. The United States does have the most liquid, the most vibrant, largest capital market in the world. My hope and expectation is we'll get this case with the SEC behind us in 2022. Then we will evaluate where to go from there. I think ultimately for the future of Ripple is that we will be a public company. But I don't think that's a question we're spending a lot of time on today, given where we are with the SEC lawsuit. You know, this, I don't think you just can't say it any better than Brad has said it here. You just cannot, right? They're the ones that have been targeted. And if you do go through the lawsuit, which we have done countless times, it attacks not only XRP holders and Ripple and XRP itself, but it attacks the entire crypto space. I do believe that this case is more than just about Ripple or XRP or the XRP holders. I believe it is about the SEC's attempt at claiming jurisdictional ground over the digital asset space broadly. I really do believe that. And I hope that they are not successful. Looking right here, this is more information, and I got to give a shout out. Oh gosh, I forgot to write the guy's name down that sent it to me. You know who you are, but I also want to shout out Working Money Channel because he said he got that from him. So shout out to the both of you. Sorry, I forgot the guy's name that sent it to me. But this is a corporate treasury shift here, and it's asset allocation and the new cryptocurrency option from Circle, and it's from January this year. This is a brand new report. And you know what you're going to love about this report? I'm going to show you what you're going to love about this report, because I'm going to take you through it very quickly to a position you need to see that really set me off, that I like. I mean, the whole report's great, but what I want to give to you is this. And 1 second, and I will have it right here for you. Here it is, right here. It's coming up the next slide. Okay, so take a look at this. Now, unfortunately, they used the word Ripple, and it should be XRP, right? But what they're talking about here is which cryptocurrencies will corporates use in the future. Now, this is Circle, which I just suggested to you that the USD coin, which I have believed for quite a long time, is the unofficial digital dollar of the United States. Public-private relationship, just like that, we go to the front of the line. Take a look at this. The vast majority of financial institutions believe that their corporate customers will use cryptocurrencies to invest and transact. Corporate customers are currently use cryptocurrencies mostly to transact, except for Ether. Businesses with operations spread out across the greater number of countries and are more likely to use cryptocurrencies for both investing and transacting. And you see here the different scales here: investing and transacting, transacting only, investing only. So if you look at this, 93.2% of them are using it for investing and transacting for Bitcoin. And it says 3.7% are using it for transacting only, and 3.1% investing only. Very low number there, right? Then look here, stable coins, obviously 96% are using for investing and transacting, right? And the low numbers of 2.9% and 1.0. And then you see here 96.6% are using it for both investing and transacting, and there's 0% transacting only on it, and 3.4% say investing only. So look here, Ripple, actually XRP is what I believe they intended to write here. It says 90.3% investing and transacting only, 0% transacting only, and 9.7% investing only. That is a large number. That tells me that they believe that there is a greater value to come out of this asset. And then it shows obviously the numbers for alternative coins and Bitcoin Cash here. You know, this is pretty remarkable. And shout out obviously to Bitcoin Cash and Roger Ver, 4.1% on transacting only, because it does have a fast settlement time. That you can't take that away from Roger. That is one thing you can't take away. But this is the most recent report from Circle and the USD Coin Project right here about corporates and what they believe in, regardless of this lawsuit, regardless of the lack of clarity, regardless of the lack of effort from Congress to get us clear legislation passed and into law. I know that there's a lot going on behind the stage. I know that there's a lot of meetings and committees and hearings and all of it. I know that that is a part of the process. But for all of us that have been in this space for such a long time, we want to see action, and action coming from Congress means getting us some legislation that doesn't have bad verbiage in it, but it has the kind of verbiage in it that allows innovation in America to thrive once again. That's going to do it for me. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe, leave a comment below, and share with somebody you know. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. Make sure you check out all the links in the description box and comment section. Great products and services I use each and every day with great specials and deals. But you got to click the links. I'll catch all of you on the next one.